ready? Are you ready to attract your dream clients? I know that you want to work with people who light you up and make you feel like you're really on your game, really doing what you're meant to do in the world. And unfortunately, not every client that comes to you makes you feel that way, do they? No. So I want to help you make sure that you are attracting your dream clients instead of inadvertently attracting clients that are not going to be as fun to work with, not going to give you as much joy or fulfillment in what you're doing, because that just, sucks all the life and the energy out of you and what you're doing. Now, if you are new here, if you don't know me, I'm Lori Reeves, founder and CEO of Brand Strength. I help people do what they need to do to get their high ticket offer into the hands of the people who need it most, and disregard all the advice out there that keeps you spinning and stuck and frustrated and overwhelmed and not actually doing the things that you need to do to get your offer out there. For the past 10 years, I've been working with entrepreneurs, helping them get the work that they do out in front of more people and faster than ever. And I would love to help you do that as well. Now, speaking of which, if you want to launch your offer and you just need some help knowing exactly what steps to take and what steps not to take just yet, I have a free checklist. If you just drop a comment below, let me know that you want it and I'll get you that checklist. So again, we're going to talk about a subtle difference that can make a big difference when you're talking about what you're doing so that you can attract your dream clients and start repelling the clients that are not going to be as fun to work with. Now, I am going against the grain a little bit today, okay? I just want you to know that a lot of people in marketing tell you to do the opposite. And I'm here to tell you, you can do what they're saying if you kind of flip it around, okay? So I'm like giving you the opposite of most of the advice out there, but it's really the same, okay? So what I want you to do when you're talking about what you do and who you serve and what you help them do, I don't want you to talk about the problem that you're trying to fix. I want you to talk more about the result that you're trying to help them get. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, hello, isn't this two sides of the same coin? It absolutely is. And you definitely need to know the problem that your clients have, the experience that they're living in right now. And that's really going to help you nail the messaging, make sure you're speaking directly to them and grabbing their attention. I just don't want you to put all your energy into talking about the problem that they have and getting away from that problem, because there are two different kinds of people, right? We all know this. There are so many classifications of how you could classify people. But in this case, we're going to classify people in two categories. People who dwell on the problems that they have, and people who think about what they want to get, the solutions that they're looking for, the life that they're trying to create. Again, kind of this, two sides of the same coin, but it's very different. The prevalent thoughts in those people's head are very different, right? So when you have somebody who's always focused on problems, they complain a lot, they want to talk about their problem a lot, they want to focus on all the things that are bad in addition to that problem, right? That's where their focus goes. So when you work with those people, they're still going to focus on problems. The problems with what you're telling them, the problems with what they're trying to do with what you're telling them. That's just where their brain goes. Okay. Now, if you're mostly talking about the result that you can help somebody get, this ideal place that somebody can be if they work with you, those people are focused on making progress, on taking action, on learning lessons so that they can move forward. Again, two sides of the same coin. However, it does make a really big difference in how everything you do and say is interpreted and taken action upon. Okay. I want you to have people who love working with you, don't necessarily have success after success after success, but they see that there's a progression happening. They see that you're contributing positively. When somebody who's really focused negatively stumbles or falls while you're working with them, they don't look for the silver lining in the cloud. They just go, well, this sucks just like everything else, and you suck just like everybody else, right? It's just the way that their brain focuses on the negative aspects. It's like, Have you ever heard the saying, what you look for is what you find? Right? So when somebody who's always talking about negative stuff and the things that they hate and the people they don't like and the policies that bring them down and why they're so broke and why they're so unhappy, like that's what they're looking for, because that's just what they're focusing on. But somebody who's more talking about the dreams they have and what they're going after and the progress they've made and how far they've come, that's just, again, that's what they're looking for naturally. It just helps them see the more positive side than somebody who always focuses on something that's negative. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, like, everybody talks about how you have to name your problem, right? How do you get messaging without talking about the problem? And like I said, you don't. You don't not talk about the problem. You just don't talk much about the problem. You mention the problem and how much you can help, what people can do with you, how far they can go with you, how quickly they can get there, the huge results that they can see, right? So I'm not trying to tell you not to talk about the problem. I just don't want you to dwell on the problem. Now, yesterday I did a written post asking if I were to demonstrate how you nail your messaging at the same time that you nail your offer. If I were to demonstrate how to do that, would you be interested? Now, I know different people see things in different platforms and in different mediums, basically, right? Some people pay more attention to video, some people pay more attention to written posts. So I just wanted to mention it here because I'm going to be demonstrating how to extract amazing messaging while you're making sure that your offering is really meeting the needs that your clients have right now and becomes a no-brainer for them. So I had said yesterday I'm going to do it at the end of the week. I still might. I'm thinking about Thursday, but I do have an obligation on Friday, so I can't do it Friday. So I may end up pushing it to next week because I want to make sure that I'm talking about this enough so that if you want to watch me demonstrate this, that you have the opportunity to come. So if you're watching this video and you're like, heck yeah, I want to see you demonstrate how you get amazing messaging while you're developing an offer, let me know. Drop a comment so that I'll be able to alert you when I have the event scheduled. So again, it's just going to be like a live situation like this. I'll probably do a screen share where I'm just showing you how you can take information and create amazing messaging and an offering that is exactly what your clients are looking for. So I hope that this video kind of helps perk up your ideas about if you've been focusing on talking about people's problem, talking about the pain that they're feeling, right? So many copywriters want to talk about the problem, the pain that people have. Yes, you do want to mention it, but we only want to mention it and quickly get away from it so we can talk much more about the solution and the mecca that awaits on the other side when somebody works with you. Okay, so let that percolate a little bit. Think about how you can rework what you're saying if you have been focusing too much on the negative aspects. And remember, if you're trying to get your offer out into the world and you feel overwhelmed or confused or like you just don't even know where to begin, let me know because I have a 4-step checklist that I will send to you. Just drop a comment and say, I want your checklist or whatever. Just let me know that you want that checklist because you're trying to get a highly valuable, which means highly priced, which means your clients get a lot of value and have a lot of transformation and you make good money, right? I want to help you do that. So if you want that checklist, just let me know. Hope this was helpful and I'll see you on the next time I go live. Bye-bye.